Kelly. Welcome to the Skinny. And yesterday at the Weight Watchers scale, I gained 0.8. I am at goal weight. I am still within my maintenance.
Yay.
Definitely would have liked to lose a little bit. So I think that's what I'll work. Because I like to be at my lower end. So I think that's what I want to work toward this week. I wanted to do that last week, but it didn't happen. So I'm just going to roll with it. Had a good week though.
You're within your goal.
I am. I'm
I'm
perfectly happy, not complaining.
okay.
Not complaining. You just know I like to live a little lower
I
in mine.
know,
You know I do.
I know.
I have to. I can't. You keep. Look at my bird. Is this the cutest sweater? I keep seeing it.
I picked it out.
It's like the cutest sweater ever, and it looks like he's popping up. Hello.
Kelly has a thing for birds. Our friends, we used to all make fun of her for her thing with birds, and we used to always give her stuff with birds
gotta
on
show.
it.
See,
Okay.
it's like a little bird.
I picked it out. I thought I did good.
It's got color in it.
It doesn't color.
Despite the fact that it's on a beige field. Hey, I gotta start somewhere.
Well, it's Sunday and I'm at home, so I'm in my nice, comfy little sweatshirty thing.
I love my bird shirt. I do.
Wow.
So how was your yesterday at the Weight
my
Watchers scale?
Well, I was down 0.2 and surprised by that. I expected it to be so much more, but I'm kind of wondering if I am at a plateau.
I said that to her the other day, and
And
actually
it's
somebody
less-
else said that too.
Yes, Debbie said it to me too. Maybe it's less about freestyle versus smart points and all of that, and
Yeah.
maybe more that I'm at a plateau.
Yes, because you are definitely doing.
I am.
You're working it and working it hard.
So I am kind of just going to embrace the plateau if that's what it is, and just keep doing what I'm doing and not let myself be
Just keep
frustrated
moving
by it. And I
forward.
don't feel frustrated, because I think if that's the case, then I've been there before.
Just move forward.
I've been to a plateau before, and you just have to keep working. And I'm close to goal, and I know that sometimes when you get close to goal,
Yeah.
you've been there.
Yes.
That can happen.
Yes.
And I just need to just roll with it and not stress about it.
But what did you do this week that makes you feel like you have a handle on what's happening, and I think you feel more in control?
Well, a lot of
You
things
feel good.
A lot of things have went through my mind after our video last week and this week, and I have written all kinds of stuff down that's really just flooded me. And one of the things was I two-prong tracked.
Yeah.
I tracked on my phone, I tracked smart points, and
in
on
paper.
paper I tracked freestyle.
What did you notice from that?
And I noticed that to really work the freestyle numbers and kind of really stay in the range with freestyle, that at smart points, that puts me at like 26 smart points a day.
So you just wanted to know what they look
What
like
they
on
look
either
like
side of
on-
the fence.
Yeah, I
Yes.
kind of wanted to see what it looked like for me, because I'm very
Here
concrete.
and here.
So I'm going to continue to do both, because
Tracking,
my
just to
goal is to truly find out what freestyle looks like for me.
And that's
It's gonna
helping
look
you.
different for everybody, but and it's helping me.
you.
I think
Okay.
I need to see what it looks like for me.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling, and I know a lot of people have messaged, a lot of people have commented on Instagram on here that they're
hard.
struggling, figure out what it looks like for you.
And
I do recommend if you really want to see what freestyle looks like for you, to do the true two-prong track.
Because the worst thing that might happen to you is you might
Become
become
a
like
tracker.
the best tracker ever. And that's like,
so if that's
a
the
good
worst
thing.
case scenario, is you become a good tracker.
woohoo!
So that's just a recommendation if you really want to feel like you
Yeah.
really need to get freestyle down, that's a good way for you to maybe figure it
Yeah,
out.
I think it
We'll
was
see.
for
I'm going to embrace
you.
it for like a month.
I think for you need to, what does this look like
Yeah.
compared to SPs? You need to see
I
what
do.
those looked like, and this is helping you find your balance.
I'm very matter of fact,
It's
and
not-
I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
It is a balance.
I get it. It is a balance, and but life is all about balance.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, we relate to our meeting. We missed the first meeting because we went to a friend's house for a party for opening
Oh.
ceremonies for the Olympics.
Go Team USA!
Needless to say,
It was a late
I
night.
got back to bed really, really late. So we kind of slept, both of us kind of slept through the first meeting. So we got up and we were like, should go to the line was hugely long. I guess we were having computer problems at the second meeting, but we got to hear the meeting as we were in line waiting to weigh in. And people were talking about how they were doing like 0 point days. And I was like, what? And Rachel was like, well, you've got to remember that you're missing out on a lot of food groups if you just do 0 points.
Right, you need certain foods in your,
Yeah.
think of it as a nutritionist would say.
Sure.
You need certain
The food groups.
things in
Core
your
food
diet.
groups.
You need
Good
to have
fats,
those. Good.
grains. You know, she said you're missing out on really good food groups, and you have to remember that those are part of a balanced diet.
And that's what she reminded me when she said that. The first thing was balance, and that's what this is all about. And I think you are just struggling to find your balance.
I think balance needs to be my word this year.
It is your word.
I truly think for me, that's what I'm trying to do, is find my balance with
Yeah.
a lot of things.
So I think that kind of was a huge light
was
bulb
good.
for you.
It was good. And
Hearing
and when I
that.
saw the point 2, I was surprised, but I let go.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's okay.
It
I'm
is
not going to be
okay.
stressed. I'm not going to be
It's
upset.
okay.
I'm just going to, you know, like I've been saying, I've got to figure out what's going on. And I do kind of really suspect I'm at a plateau. And I'm okay. I've been there, done that, gonna forge ahead.
Yep.
And you know, one thing I was thinking about, I wrote this down last week. I wrote it on an envelope as it came to me. I was like, right.
And then we're trying to remember who said it.
And so I Googled to remember who said it.
Yeah.
Nothing worth having is ever easy.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Thank you. Thank you, Teddy R. It is true.
Yeah.
And this whole process, while it's been fun and exciting, it hasn't been easy.
No.
It's not always
It's
been
been
easy.
work.
But you know what? When it comes down to it, it's been worth it. And every morning I get up, it's been worth it.
Right.
I look in the mirror and go, you have changed your life.
Yeah.
And it has been worth everything.
Well, it comes down to, we've said this before, pick your hard. And is
I'll take this hard.
this isn't easy.
I'll take this hard.
And it's hard, but it's a heck of a lot harder to stay in that old body and to live like that every day.
Well, it's funny. We had our Walgreens photos. We were having trouble getting into this account that had all of our travel photos and a lot of older photos. And I made Kelly call. I'm like, call Kelly. It was
I
under
did
here,
it.
one of your emails. You need to get in there and figure this out.
I figured it out.
So she figured it out. And she called in. They got her hooked up, and all of the photos were there.
Thank you, Walgreens.
And thank you, Walgreens. And we found some before photos.
A lot of before photos that I'd forgotten about.
And
wow.
And you know what? That was so much harder.
It was.
It
It was
so
the
much
photo.
harder.
I posted it a before and after on Instagram, and our Instagram is ww_the_skinny. If you want to go check us out, but my before photo that I shared, I remember that photo. I remember getting dressed that day, and because I saw the outfit and I looked at that photo, and all these feelings were like, I remember I was dressed up. I was dressing up nicer. Not, I wasn't wearing really casual stuff, but I remember struggling to find what I thought would cover everything and make me look good, and I would be comfortable. And it was just one of those things where I just remember that was just full of anxiety. And the poster the picture that I posted for my after, it was me at goal weight. It was my day when I hit goal weight, and it was just like, and that's truly, I picked literally a photo that before I have memories of it being tough for me that day, and I mean, not like it wasn't every day, but in particular I remember that I had anxiety about how I looked that day, and in particular trying to cover everything, and you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I was in the picture with her too. You don't see my part of the picture, and I didn't feel good about myself.
Yeah, so again, this isn't easy, but it's worth it.
And we had gone to an event that night. It was an
Yes.
event downtown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the memories came flooding back, and it was
Not good.
No, and it just reaffirmed that it was worth all the hard work,
And it's worth the continued hard work,
hard work every day.
The continued frustration sometimes.
Right.
It is worth that.
Every day, even though I'm at goal weight and I'm maintaining, every day you just have to continue to live this way. I mean, this is who I am. This is how I live. This is how I eat. This is just part of my life. And most days, this is just who I am.
Yep.
Do I have the occasional day where I'm thinking sometimes, this is sometimes I would like to look at the menu and pick and eat what I want off that menu.
Sometimes I like to sit in the corner and eat a bag of Reese cups.
But the reality is, I'm okay with the trade-off of where I'm at, and occasionally going out, and I do, and picking something that I really want off the menu.
Yes.
And I do that. You
Yes.
have to. I think you have to do that. And those are those times when you give yourself permission and I think when I do it at not a weak moment, I don't make it a moment where I just cave. I always make it a moment when I allow myself. I say, I'm going into this place, I'm sitting down and I'm eating exactly what I want here and I'm going to work with it.
Do you know that's true?
That's how I do it.
I really don't
truly
like to do it in a moment of weakness.
Nope. I order.
I so agree
right
with
away.
that.
Yes, I order right away because I'm not doing it
because
that
if
way.
you just do it on impulse, you feel bad about yourself.
You beat yourself up and it's a snowball.
Yes. So, but if I choose it, I'm like, hey man, my choice.
I'm in control.
I gain on the scale. It's all on me because I'm choosing it.
Well, it's that feeling of control,
control.
It's not doing old habits. I don't want to be in that old habit where I give into peer pressure or
everybody else is having that pancake.
I'm going to do it too.
Those, pancakes with the butter and the full fat syrup.
That for me is my change. That's how I prove to myself that I've made this change. Because when I usually do have what I want, I walk in there and I've made that decision. True. And it's a great feeling because I don't feel guilty when I do it because
you used to always say early on for us. Yeah. You always were afraid whenever we do something like that we were just going to slippery slope when we go back to how we were before.
And I would say, Kim, are we going to go back to like we were before?
Just because we chose to have because early on we would do every once in a blue moon we do like a regular pizza.
We give ourselves permission.
Our favorite, which I haven't had that pizza in a very, 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 very long time, but we would give ourselves permission to do it.
And then I would look at her and go,
but maybe like,
this scares me.
A couple of times, like in an entire year.
Yeah.
But she would always feel like, oh, it's just a slippery slope. And, oh my God, I'm afraid I'm going to go back.
But that was when I was afraid of that.
And now you don't have that fear when you choose it.
No, because I won't let myself do it in a moment of weakness. I always make the choice.
Yes.
I'm choosing to do this because I'm in control and not, it's kind of crazy. But
no, I'm with you. I so agree with you.
Yep. It's made a difference. It shows me my change. It shows me, that I'm okay, that I'm going to be okay and that it's not,
So we're in for a good week. We both feel really good about it.
We do.
And I tell myself, it's going to happen. I'm going to get through this whatever it is.
Get through the spell.
And I'm going to come out on the other side tougher.
But we have a couple of things to share.
We do.
Actually, let me, do we want to share the food thing last? I know, but let me do this first. Somebody mentioned on Instagram, and
we're both readers.
We are big readers, and we've mentioned that before.
That's why we don't really watch TVs because I would rather read a book.
And somebody said, "Hey, you guys have shared a book before? Share books?" I'm like, occasionally, it's my favorite things. Maybe I'll share a book.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It is.
We should do it.
So there's this book that's kind of getting a lot of,
I found it.
It is,
but she read it. She grabbed it.
I had it on my to read list because it was getting a lot of buzz, and I guess it's already been sold for a movie. And it's called The Woman in the Window and who's the authors? A.J. Finn. And I have to say, the first part of the book, I was like,
it's very Girl on the Train-esque.
Yeah.
But that being said, Girl on the Train, I got 3/4 of the way through the book and I threw it down and said, I hate all of these people.
I liked it.
I loved the movie though, which I never say that, but the movie was better.
Beside the point. Anywho.
Okay. Anywho.
So I'm reading this book and I'm kind of aggravated with the main character at some point. I'm like, would you put the wine down and get yourself together? Is what I wanted to say.
It's like, put the cupcake down.
Put it down and get your life together. I really wanted to say that to her. So I'm maybe halfway through the book, and finally, because I'm like,
careful,
come on,
you don't want to give me
I'm not giving it away. I'm like, get to the point, and boom, it takes off, and I couldn't put it down.
So basically, if you're like, this is a slow book.
Oh my God.
Going. According to her, just keep going.
Because I got to a point, and she heard me say it, I said, OMG. And she was just like, what? And I'm like, I get it now. I get what the buzz is about. And then
there you go.
There you have it. I got what the buzz was about once I got to that point in the book, and it was just like, and I was like this. And let me put it to you this way. I always figure out what's happening in the mystery. I read a lot of murder mysteries. Trust me. I was one of those people who, if you've seen the movie The Sixth Sense, if you've seen it, you get this reference. I was the one in the theater sitting by Kim going, oh my gosh, he's dead.
Not that this is a Sixth Sense. That's not what
I'm not saying that.
So
but the reference is,
but just
I'm in the movie
she
theater,
gets it.
and I figured it out.
Yeah.
I was just like, and she was like, no. I'm like, Kim, he's dead. And she was, and then it happened, and she was like, oh my gosh. I figure out a book, and usually movies every time.
And this one she didn't.
And this one, I was just like, are you kidding me?
So that being said, if you like that kind of surprise and suspense, there you go.
I didn't figure anything out in the book. It was all a shocker to me, and it was wow.
So needless to say, now I gotta read it, but
Oh my goodness.
I kind of pried some of the scoop out of her because I can't help myself.
Yeah, but you're one of those people who reads the last page in the book.
I do.
She does.
Not always. Sometimes.
But okay, we're gonna go back history here, and I'm gonna mention how bad you are. Harry Potter.
Don't spoil it in case people haven't read it yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you.
Which, if you haven't read Harry Potter, come on, people.
What is wrong with you?
Yes.
Anywho, she literally, which book was it? Was it the last book?
No.
It was one of like the third or fourth book. She says,
It was Order of the
she
Phoenix.
opens the back of the book and she says, oh my goodness, this person died. And I was just like, are you kidding me? You just told me that? Oh my gosh, I was not happy. So don't ever let her talk to you about a book. You just have to say to her, no. It's true.
I was in a moment of surprise.
You
and it was like,
ruined it.
It was like past midnight.
Yeah, but we were outside
I was tired.
in a parking lot full of people who had waited for this book at midnight. And
I
yet
didn't scream it to everybody to hear.
people who were all in the area heard you say it. Our friends bring it up still. Sorry. See? That's what I'm saying. Just, you gotta watch her. So if you ever talk books with her, just caution yourself.
I'm the one who's making sure you don't give any spoilers. I've learned.
No spoilers.
I've learned from my past.
So let's get to the food. This was delicious. We found this
On Instagram.
And I'm going to give you this. It's Instagram, WW Pound Dropper. And that's where you can find the recipe.
Search her on
How much
Instagram. She has lots of versions of this. There's a basic version. It is the cheesecake. There's no crust.
Nope.
And you must use a 9-inch springform pan. Now, if you've never
Yummy.
used a springform pan, it's the kind that opens and closes, and here's the little base that goes in.
Oh, here's
so
the base.
So you need the springform pan, 9-inch.
Yep.
But definitely go to her on Instagram, and she will have the recipe
There's
down there.
versions like this has got. We
Yes.
did lemon, but you can also do. She's got one with pumpkin.
You 4 points for the entire cheesecake.
Yeah,
Entire.
delicious.
I have seen,
Yummy.
there's a chocolate one.
Oh my.
And it
Yum.
utilizes Greek yogurt, sugar-free or fat-free pudding. So it utilizes some eggs. So it utilizes things like that. And like I used lemon extract in mine. With
Or you
it.
could put fresh lemon.
Or,
You know,
and for the
fresh
pumpkin,
lemon.
she uses actual cans of pumpkin, like 3/4
I
of a
think
cup of
she
pumpkin.
also has a coconut lime.
Coconut lime, a key lime.
Yeah. Oh.
So go, because with Instagram, you can go to her and actually, tap it into, like, bookmark it.
You can bookmark it.
into your Instagram. So whenever you want it, you can just go to the bookmark.
Yes.
So highly recommend you going and searching her on Instagram because, wow, she does some great stuff. Not just cheesecake, there's other things too. So highly recommend it. Easy to make, bakes for 30 minutes, and but the sad part is, once you take it out and it cools, you got to put it in the fridge for 2 hours before you can eat it because it has to really set.
Yeah.
And she was so right when she said that because once you take it out, it comes right out of the pan and it's perfectly set like a cheesecake.
It's delicious.
Delish. Delish.
Yeah.
So, that being said, go make some cheesecake.
Oh.
And I need to go buy, I'm actually going to go hit the compote section in the no sugar added cans of the compote, the cherry, the strawberry, the lemon, the blueberry.
I love the
my.
lemon.
I'm going to get the blueberry for the lemon one. Ooh.
No, I want cherry.
Well, that too. Ooh.
Okay.
So.
It's so good.
It was delish.
Yeah.
So, also wanted to say, Irma, thank you. You knew I needed this. I know I'm not a goal, but she sent it to me prior to that, and because she knew I needed it, because I was struggling, and Anna's still struggling, but thank you.
It helps to see it every
It
day.
does help every day to know that I am going to get there, and to be reminded that I'm going to get there.
So are you.
So are you. So is everyone who's working it.
Yes.
You just have to believe and have faith that you're going to get there.
Yep. Never give up.
If you have that belief, you just know it's going to happen. It
Never
will.
give up.
Maybe not in the timetable you expect.
Hello.
Because sometimes there's a different plan. So don't always assume that just because you're not there and it's taking a while that you're never going to get there. That's not true.
Hello, 4 years. Almost 4 years. It's all good.
You're not like
I made
everybody else.
I made it, and it took me almost 4 years, and it's okay.
And if you know people who've gotten there, so they say they've gotten there a lot quicker than you,
Don't worry.
You know what? just let them be the reminder that you're going to get there too.
Yep.
All they are is a reminder that it works.
Yep.
And be excited about that.
Yep.
Because
It's
they're
exciting.
proof for you.
Yep. Well, and everybody's different. Everybody does it in their own time.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm one of those big believers in everything happens for a reason. I really do. And
do.
sometimes it's hard to have that faith.
It is.
But everything happens for a reason. I honestly believe to some degree that it took us so long to get here because I think we were meant to share our story. And I
do.
also think
And we probably wouldn't have done that if we'd gotten here a lot sooner.
because we didn't really start this until a couple years into our journey.
Yeah.
So-
Year and a half maybe, something like that.
Yeah, I think that was part of it. And I also think it's really helped a lot with maintenance. I have to admit, maintenance is not as hard as I thought. I mean, it's never not work. It's always work because this is just, and it's also who I am now. It's not, this is not drudgery. I love my life and I love what I eat. But
You had some practice.
I had a lot of practice, and that's not a bad thing.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect. So it's made it easier for me to go through maintenance. That's for sure.
Yep. So, just like us, have a good week.
Yes.
And we'll see you back here next week.
Yes. Lighter.
Later.
Later.
Bye.